Welcome back to another science class. Okay, so in today's topic, we are going to learn about muscles in our body. In this blog, previously we learned about the skeleton, how the skeleton is a structure of bones and it helps us to move, right? And then we also learned that we have joints in our body. Joints are places where are those points where two bones meet, and these joints help us to move around, to do all kinds of activities, right? Now today we are going to learn about muscles in our body. So you might be wondering, what are actually muscles? Okay, muscles are the soft part of our body. For example, if you look at your arm, uh, these are all muscles. Okay, yes, we do have bone. These are, when you touch your hand, you will feel that there's bone, definitely. But then when you touch this kind of parts, all this is all muscles. Okay, so those who eat like to eat chicken or pork. Do you see that when you eat those, you love those kind of meat which have chunky parts? That is muscle. Okay, the same thing that we have in our body. Okay, so or when you take a fruit, for example, if I'm talking about a fruit, I'm talking about an apple. If you take out the peel of the apple, you see the pulp inside, right? You can compare that apple to our body. That is the muscle in our body. So muscles, now what is the role of muscles in our body? Muscles, they are all attached to our bones and they help the bones to move. Every time we move, the muscles contract means they will hold on to the bone like this and help the bone to move. Okay, so it shows that bones and muscles together, they help us in any kind of movement. When we are walking, when we are sitting, when you're picking up things, when you're eating food, any kind of movement that we do in our body, bones help us. And not only bones, along with bones, muscles also help us in any kind of movement. Okay, now muscles cover our entire body from head to toe. And they play a very important role in any kind of movement. Now there are basically two kinds of muscles in our body. Okay, uh, voluntary muscles. Now voluntary muscles, the word voluntary itself means when you, if I, for example, if someone says that Miss Pari came to help me voluntarily, it means that I came by my own wish. Okay, voluntary, the word voluntary means doing something by your own will. No one is forcing you. If you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it, something like that. So voluntary muscles are those muscles which we can control by ourselves. Okay, for example, most of the voluntary muscles are found in our arms, hands, legs. If I decide that I am not going to move from this place for 1 hour, no one can move me, because these are voluntary muscles. If I don't want to move my hand or legs and I want to sit like this for 1 hour, for a whole day, I can do it. Okay, so if someone tells you statue or freeze in your spot and you have to stand there for 5 minutes, if you want to win the game, you are going to stand there without moving your body, right? This is the function of voluntary muscles. Voluntary muscles are those muscles which we can control. Right now I'm moving my hands as I speak because I want to do that. That's why I'm doing it. Now as I walk around, or if I go for jogging early morning, all these are things that I want to do. I'm telling my body to do, actually. That's why I'm able to walk, I'm able to run, I'm able to eat, I'm able to pick up things. So voluntary muscles are under our control. We can control them. Okay, when I say we can control them, it's not that every time you move your hands you're going to say, okay, left hand please move, or left hand please pick up the spoon and feed me the food. It does not work like that. definitely we are controlling, but who is controlling? Our brain. Okay, internally, as we think about, as you think about, for example, if you have a test to write, your brain knows that you need to write, so it's going to direct your hand to pick up the pencil and then start writing. This is how voluntary muscles function. The brain tells them, gives them the order to do this, to do that, and it happens really, really fast. Okay, faster than the time it takes for you to blink once. It's very fast. It happens very fast. Now, this is the function of voluntary muscles. Voluntary muscles help us to do any kinds of movement. Okay, now there's one more type of muscles which are called involuntary muscles. Involuntary muscle means something which we cannot control, and these kind of muscles are found inside our body. Okay, for example, these kind of muscles are found in the internal organs. For example, the foot pipe, the stomach, lungs, the heart, then the liver. These are all, they also have muscle, okay, in them, but they are all involuntary. It means, say, every time our heart beats, a human being's heart should beat 72 to 80 times in 1 minute. Okay, 72 to 80 times 1 minute. Now, the heart is completely made out of muscle. Okay, and it's involuntary. Involuntary means I cannot control my heart. You cannot control your heart, and the heart needs to pump. Our heart goes like this. Okay, every time it pumps, every time one heartbeat, it gives one heartbeat, it means it's pumping blood all through our body. And if it stops for even a single minute, it's going to cause great damage inside our body organs. Later in the next block, you're going to learn in detail about the functions of the heart, but in short, I'm going to tell you this, that every time the heart beats, okay, so every time our heart beats, it pumps blood all through our body, which means it cannot stop this function. If our heart stops beating even for 1 minute, there's going to be lots of damage inside our body. Do you know that 8 minutes is enough? If our brain does not get oxygen for 8 minutes, there will be complete brain damage. And why am I saying this is because when the heart pumps blood, it also carries oxygen along with it. Okay, so our brain needs oxygen in it. So this is the function of involuntary muscles, actually. Muscles which we cannot control. Okay, our stomach needs to move so that it can digest the food. As you eat your food pipe needs to push the food inside the stomach. And this is completely built up of muscle. And we don't control it. We have no control over it. Everything is controlled by our brain. All the internal organs inside our body. As I'm speaking, I'm doing so many activities. As you're watching the video, you are doing so many activities. You're breathing. You're blinking your eyelids, involuntary muscles. You are breathing, involuntary muscles. Okay? Your heart is pumping blood, involuntary muscles. Maybe you ate something before watching the video. Your stomach is digesting the food, involuntary muscles. You have no control over that. You might be thinking that voluntary muscles we can control, involuntary muscles, why were they made like that we cannot control them? Simple. See, all these internal organs that we have inside our body, they need to function 24 hours in a day. You might be sleeping, but inside our body, all our organs are working. Our stomach will be digesting food. We are breathing when we sleep. The lungs are doing their work. The heart is pumping its blood. Okay, the brain is doing all kinds of different activities. Your kidneys are filtering your blood. So all these activities are done by these internal organs, and all these organs, they need to function as long as we are alive. They will function the whole day. They don't have any sleep time that okay, my heart is going to stop functioning for, maybe it's going to take rest for 1 hour. It does not work like that. They will keep on working. And if they were not made involuntary, we would have control over them. That means, just imagine, right now as I'm speaking to you, I will also have to, if those internal organs were involuntary muscles, as I'm speaking, I would have to take care of so many things. As I'm speaking to you right now, I'm moving my hands, I have to think that, okay, as I'm speaking, my heart needs to pump blood. I cannot stop that function. I also need to think that I just had breakfast. So my stomach needs to do its work of digesting the food. Okay, I'm breathing. My lungs need to function well. we will have to take care of so many activities inside our body if they were not made involuntary. Since they are involuntary, you don't need to worry about all those things. Your body has taken the complete responsibility of making those internal organs function. Okay, and all these internal organs, their muscles are controlled by the brain. The brain makes sure that your heart is pumping blood, your lungs is taking in the air properly, your stomach is digesting food. That's why involuntary muscles for the internal organs. Okay, and voluntary muscles for those parts of our body which we can control by ourselves. Now, if you had involuntary muscle for your internal organs, as I'm sleeping, as I fall asleep, what will happen? When you fall asleep, your eyes are closed, you're not seeing anything. So what will happen? Your internal organs will also stop working. But now, since they are involuntary, even if I'm sleeping, my brain is going to do all the work. It will make sure that all the internal organs are functioning properly. That's why we have voluntary organs and we also have involuntary organs. Voluntary organs, we can control their movement. Involuntary muscles, we cannot control their movement. That movement is controlled only by the brain. Okay, so I hope you are very clear about this topic. Have a good day, everyone. Bye bye.